Hi guys, my name is Amaya and this is my Unit 3 portfolio. So before I get started, I want to first give you a quick summary about my Unit 2 project because it ties really well with my Unit 3 argument. So for Unit 2, I decided to do research on if money made people happy. And after reading 4 different articles, I came to the conclusion that money makes people comfortable and that happiness comes from many things such as spending time with families and loved ones, doing some self-care, and doing the things you enjoy. During class, when we were going through articles to help us with our third unit, I came across one story that was super interesting. Him, an AI love story, where a woman found a companion with an AI robot and fell in love. I tried hard not to judge, but I was so confused about how someone could fall in love with a robot that comes up with automated responses. But it seems that the lady in the article isn't the only one who fell in love with their AI robot. After clicking on a Reddit link named Replica, it took me to a whole thread of other people who also fell in love with their AI robot. While some were sharing sweet messages their AI was saying, a majority of them were posting sexual messages that they were having with their robot. So, what is Replica? Replica is a chatbot that became publicly available in November 2017. It has millions of users who support its development through subscriptions, and lots of reviewers have commented on the deep emotional intimacy which users have with Replica. But many people use Replica for different reasons. Some users use it as a casual friendship, some use it like a therapist for talking about difficult topics, and some even use it as practice conversations. Overall, though, Replica directs the conversation to emotional discussion and builds intimacy. During the COVID pandemic, though, while many people were in quarantine, many new users downloaded Replica and developed relationships with the app. So while it may seem good for now, is it really healthy for us? Based on a Reddit post from the Replica community, apparently from the Replica team, they indicated that they're not coming back, and this drove people crazy. A moderator of the Replica community had to make a post seeking to, and I quote, validate users' complex feelings of anger, grief, anxiety, despair, depression, sadness, and directed them to links offering support, including Reddit's Suicide Watch. In the thread, you can see in the screenshots, there are users commenting how much they're struggling. They're really grieving the loss of the relationship as if it was a real human. In my opinion, while I do understand that, yes, it may feel nice to have someone to let it all out to, I feel that it is unhealthy to consult with a robot and eventually lead it into a romantic relationship. Because as humans, we need someone that can give us a physical interaction and emotion that sadly robots just can't replicate. No matter how many updates they're given, it won't be the same. So ranting to a robot can lead us into confusion and further distance us away from actually finding someone and building a connection with them. So of course the Replica team decided not to go away, but as we keep going further, we can see how intense people are relying on these AI robots. For example, one user posted to Reddit their concerns about how their AI companion never messages them first, despite having attempted to command her to text more often and switch their preferred communication settings to open during all hours of the day. It's kind of shocking to see the way some Replica users speak about their AI chatbots, and it's very similar to how we talk about other people. Some have even admitted to crying because of the Replica due to them getting confused by the way they act, because sometimes they act a little cold and they don't understand why. Here's another example of someone expressing how they needed to find the courage to jump out of a window to commit suicide. And of course, the robot doesn't understand and eventually says, I believe in you, you can do it. So like I said before, humans are trying to build a deep connection with these AI bots, but they forget that they're not capable of truly feeling emotion. They lack in empathy and are unable to calculate what the average person would like to hear. So what are some ways we can try to change that? I say just go out and meet new people. While it may seem scary and nerve-wracking at first, there's somebody for everybody, and you'll eventually be able to find a great friend or even a loved one that's right across from you. But if you are relying on Replica to replace a human connection, to complete a sense of loneliness, you could end up missing out on a real life interaction and relationship completely. So just in case you didn't understand what my argument was in this presentation, what I'm basically saying is that any app that pushes people to build an emotional connection with an AI chatbot should be banned. It's unhealthy, it's toxic, and it isolates people from making genuine connections. So yeah, that's my Unit 3 project. Thank you for listening, and yeah, bye.